Hey everybody, Cougar here, back for more adventures in the amazing underwater survival game Subnautica. We've got a lot of big stuff to do today, but before we leave the life pod, I've noticed that we've been remiss in retrieving messages from our comm relay here. So let's get the latest one.
Land pre-recorded distress call.
This is Officer Keane in lifepod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay, so that message gave us a signal for LifePod 19, Second Officer Keene's last broadcast location. We can head out there and check that out. It's at 300 meters depth, but that is the max depth for our Seamoth right now, so we should be able to reach that without any problems. Let me take this opportunity to go into my PDA manager, my beacon manager, and turn off the signal for the proposed Degasi habitat that we've already explored. Oh. One of the PDAs that we picked up down at the first proposed Degasi habitat gave us a signal for a second proposed Degasi habitat at 500 meters depth. We are not in a position to explore that yet because we have not upgraded our Seamoth to go that deep, but that may be something that we can actually take care of today. Let's see how we do. So, another thing that we found down at the first proposed Degasi base in the Jelly Shroom Cave. Let me turn off the Seamoth headlights here so we're not burning the battery.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Was the blueprint for the Moonpool. We found the second fragment for the Moonpool. That unlocked the blueprint for us. We are now ready to build the Moonpool. I went ahead and pre-prepped the materials that we will need. 2 times titanium ingots, lubricant, and 2 times lead. We are ready to build this now, so let's do that. Just try to find the right place for it here. That may work. Let's see. That did not work, but good thing. We just hold Q to deconstruct it and build it again. I'm fairly confident that we're going to be able to find a place where this works here. Let's try that. Oh, I'm out of power. R to bring up the battery exchange, scroll wheel, and left click. Okay, that is the right place for it.
After weeks without human contact, it is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
Well, I would love to adopt a pet. That may be something that we can actually do at some point. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, we have a Moonpool. Let's go ahead and get our Seamoth in there. It's going to recharge our power cells.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. We have a Moonpool. Now, another thing that we could do now that we have the Moonpool is we can build the vehicle modification station. I have the blueprints for that, and I went ahead and pre-prepped everything that we are going to need to build it. Vehicle upgrade console, 3 times titanium computer chip and copper wire. We're ready to build that. It snaps right up here against the wall. Now we can customize our Seamoth. We can change the name and the color. We've changed the name already. Base color, slide this slider up to get us to our color gradient. And I think that'll do it for now. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So we have changed the name and the... I'm going to change that to all uppercase. Hold on. Change the name and the color. Let's pull up our upgrade panel, because if we take this Seamoth depth module out now, we can go back to the modification station that we built yesterday And we should, if I have all the equipment for, I don't know that I have all the ingredients for it. I need enamel glass. Now, I intentionally did not prep this enamel glass because we have not prepped it yet, so I wanted to do it. I do think I have everything I need for it, though. So you need 1 stalker tooth and glass to make enamel glass. Now we should have everything we need to upgrade our Seamoth depth module to the Mark II. Plasteel ingot, magnetite, and enamel glass. Now we head back to our Seamoth. Install that in our upgrade panel by left-clicking. And our crush depth is now 500 meters, which will allow us to get down to that second proposed Degasi base if we choose to. Another thing that I wanted to do was build a storage module on the Seamoth. To do that, we use this built-in fabricator over here. Common modules, storage module, we need 3 times titanium, which I don't know that I actually have any titanium on me. Oh, I got plenty. Now we should be able to build a storage module with 3 times titanium and a piece of lithium. Take that module and install it on the Seamoth. Left click to equip it. And now we have a storage compartment right here. And immediately what I'm going to do is dump a bunch of backup stuff in there, a backup ion power cell, a backup nutrient block, a backup first aid kit, and I would put a backup battery in there, but that battery is empty. I have some full ones back here in storage. I'm going to take 2 of those and drop off the empty one. And then put an empty battery in our Seamoth storage to carry around with us. Alright, so the Seamoth is kitted out. We've got our Moonpool built. We've got our vehicle upgrade console built. I'm just going to grab a little bulbo tree goodness here. And think about what we want to do next. Let me drop off. I got a couple of stalker teeth in my inventory here that I don't need. I got a couple of pieces of copper here that I don't need as well. So just drop those off and then get out of here. I think what we need to do now is start exploring the wrecks. It would be nice to head down to that proposed Degasi habitat. That will be something that we get to eventually, but I don't think we're going to. Maybe we get there today. We'll see. But for now that our Seamoth is fully recharged and has its depth module upgrade and its
All systems online.
and its storage module, what I want to do is bring up my PDA, pull up the beacon manager, and turn back on the lifepod 17 marker, which is over there. Now, lifepod 17 we've already visited, but if you remember, there's a big wreck there that we were not able to fully explore at the time because we did not have a Seamoth or a lot of other important stuff that we might want to have before going in there. So let's head over there now. There's lifepod 17. Head right past it, and there's the wreck that we want to explore. We will park the Seamoth right outside this entrance and head in. Now, we've already been in here, as I said, into these first rooms, but we didn't go any farther than this because we were not really equipped for it. Now we're equipped for it, we can explore further. I don't see any fragments. Propulsion cannon we already have. It's getting a little messy down in here, but let's check it out anyway. Now, yes, I did already craft the Pathfinder tool. I did not bring it. Mobile vehicle bay fragment we don't need. I did not bring it with me. I know this wreck fairly well, so we shouldn't be at too much risk of getting lost in here. Now watch, I'll immediately get lost. See, just like that. We're lost. We got in through this little wedge here. Okay, and then down through here. Alright, so we got everything that we needed out of this section. There's another section for us to check out. Let's bring the Seamoth over there. The other section is accessed through here. Come on, get in there. And we have another radio message waiting for us. I think I kind of let the radio messages pile up a bit. We can get in here. I let the radio messages pile up a bit. We're about to run out of power on our flashlight. We opened this door the last time we were in here, but we didn't actually do too much digging around down in there. There's a battery charger fragment. We need that.
New blueprint acquired.
Great, we unlocked the battery charger. Speaking of which, we need to change the battery. Some water for us. Propulsion cannon fragment we don't need. More water. Can never have too much. A prawn suit fragment which we don't need. Mobile vehicle bay fragment which we don't need. Laser cutter fragment which we don't need. More water. Never say no to water. Propulsion cannon fragment. Another prawn suit fragment. Mobile vehicle bay, laser cutter. More prawn suit fragments. That is another battery charger fragment which we now no longer need. And we could go down in that way, but I'm going to get some oxygen before we do. Data download, we already picked that up the first time we were in here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That's why we wanted to have the Seamoth before we did this, so we didn't have to go back up to the surface every time. So we already got the data download from down here, but let me just take a quick look around, see if there's anything that we want to scan. Mobile vehicle bay, battery charger, prawn suit, supply crate, more water, chairs that we already have scanned, and this is just coming at this the other way. We already came at this way. Alright, I think that's everything from here. And I think that's it for this wreck, unless I'm mistaken. Well, there was a vent down there that went somewhere. Let me get some oxygen. Go back and check out the vent that we didn't enter, which was down here and this. All right, we didn't go down here. Propulsion cannon we don't need. Nothing in there. Supply crate. More water. We will never go thirsty again after this trip. Laser cutter. Alright, I think that's about it there. Picture frame, if you don't have it already. We already have that. So we were going to check this out. Nothing. That's a dead end. So I think that's it. I mean, it's possible that I missed something down here, but I don't think so. Again, we already visited this wreck a little bit. We dipped our toes down in here. and found a lot of that stuff already. So that wreck we can cross off our list, and by cross off our list, I'm going to deactivate the LifePod 17 signal. Now, hello Reef back. How you doing, buddy? Now, what we can do is start heading out to LifePod 19 and then further continue on the same path, possibly down to the other proposed Degasi habitat. Here's a little mini wreck. Let's check this out. That's a laser cutter door. We're going to need our laser cutter to get in there. We have it with us. 15% charge left. And we've already used our spare battery. We may need to go back and get another spare battery. Oh, we have a spare in the Seamoth now. Isn't that handy? 4%, 3%, 2%, 1%. And we're out. So let's head to our Seamoth storage. Grab that other battery. R, scroll wheel, replace. Watch your eyeballs. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Battery charger fragment we no longer need. There's a door that we can just open on our own. Here's another one that needs the laser cutter. Watch your eyes. Almost there. Right. There's something for us to scan. Laser cutter, battery charger, a different kind of chair, picture frame, laser cutter, data box for the lightweight high capacity tank. We already have this, so this will give us 2 pieces of titanium instead.
30 seconds.
Woo. Let's get out of here. And back inside. Let's check out this door that we did not need anything to open. This will just open on its own. Anything other than some muscles. Battery charger fragment. Desk, chair. Don't need. Nothing in there. Laser cutter. Another chair. This is just another way in. See if there's anything on the outside here. That's a bioreactor fragment we don't need. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. I think that's just metal salvage. Something lighten this area up over here. I think it's just this piece of fuselage. Alright, I think we got everything from in there. Let me just grab some air and make one last look around, but I think we got everything. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Alright, that'll do it for this little mini wreck. We will continue on toward LifePod 19. Quick look. Nope, nothing we need. Nothing to scan. We are getting out into the dunes now, and there are reapers out here. So we will have to be a little bit cautious moving around out here. Now the dunes are actually off to our right a bit. We are now in the crags. But the Reaper can still wander over here. So we want to basically stay. There's aerogel. We want to stay. There's a time capsule. Let's see what this time capsule holds. I apparently have not scanned these. Time capsule gave us a bunch of batteries, which couldn't come in more handy, and a beacon, so that's great. There's more aerogel lying around here. We're growing our own back at base now, so we don't need to worry about this as much. But there you go, there's some. Over here near the lifepod 19 marker. Oopsies. Lifepod 19. Second Officer Keen. Here's a PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Keen, this is Aurora. Come in. This is Keen. Lifepod detached to OK planet fall in 30 seconds.
The computer has identified a landmass at the attached coordinates. I want you to regroup the crew there.
Understood, but
They are your responsibility now. Don't let them down.
Captain, you need to evacuate.
Negative. You'll need the ship in one piece if you're going to contact HQ on the long range. I'm attempting a controlled descent.
Captain!
How'd that controlled descent go there, Captain?
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
All right, we got a new signal
Integrating new PDA data.
from that second PDA. Here's original. Those are very tasty. We got a new signal from the PDA. The signal is the Aurora rendezvous point on dry land. Now, we've already been out to the dry land there. That's the floating island. So we can follow that signal out there again. Ooh, look, a ruby. This third ruby is what we would need to craft the Cyclops Depth Upgrade Mark III, another ruby. So we can actually further increase the Seamoth's depth
Welcome
limit
aboard, Captain.
now. But we don't have to do that for the other thing that we might want to try and do today, which is to head down to the proposed Degasi habitat at 500 meters depth. Now, the proposed Degasi habitat at 500 meters depth is in the Deep Grand Reef. And to get there, I actually want to head back toward the lifepod to show you an easy way to find the Deep Grand Reef from the lifepod, or the lifepod location. There are 5 random starting locations for the lifepod. So your lifepod may not be located in the same spot as your friend's lifepod, but they're all in generally the same location. So you see here we are driving along the border of the redgrass, of a redgrass biome. Is that just metal salvage? That, I think, is a Seamoth fragment. Let's just check it out. It is. It's a Seamoth fragment. We don't need it, obviously. But let's say you're back here at the lifepod. at your life pod, and you want to find the Deep Grand Reef. Okay? If you head out southwest, you're going to come to a point where you start seeing red grass. That's the red grass down there. And the red grass is going to run along the border of safe shallows, creep vine type area here on the left. So if you follow this red grass along the border of this other area off to our south, this is going to take you right to the Deep Grand Reef. It's a creature egg. Now I'm not paying much attention to the creature eggs because we don't have an alien containment tank in which to hatch them yet. So here, as you're following the red grass southwest from your life pod, you're going to come across this little slot, this little ravine. If you turn left and head more southeast here at this ravine is going to take you right to the Deep Grand Reef. Okay, so that's just an easy way to get to the Deep Grand Reef from the life pods. You head southwest, follow the red grass until you get to that little ravine, and then turn left and follow the ravine into the Deep Grand Reef. I just stopped momentarily for a ruby. We got some thermal activity going on here. We're taking a small amount of damage from the heat, not a lot, so we can endure this for now in order to grab those rubies, which are very valuable at this point in the game, early point in the game. Later on, you'll probably just end up ignoring them, but let's not ignore them now. I feel like our inventory is getting a little full. Let's see if we can transfer any of this into our Seamoth storage. And at the same time, let's drink a little bit of water, since we found all that water on that wreck. Now we will continue down to the next Degasi habitat. Down, down, down. So again, out on the floating island, we found a PDA that gave us a location for that first Degasi habitat in the jelly shroom cave. At that location, we found a PDA that gave us another signal for a second Degasi habitat down here in the Deep Grand Reef. We had to upgrade our Seamoth twice in order to get it down to this depth.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
But now that we're here, we can explore the second Degasi habitat. Want to stay away from those crab squids. They have an EMP that can temporarily shut down. Ooh.
Detecting a titanium mass somewhere in this area. Unable to confirm whether it originated on the Aurora.
Okay. So we've got a good-sized habitat to explore here. We're getting a little bit hungry. Here's a PDA. Why don't we pick up this PDA, and as we listen to it, I'm going to head back to...
Integrating new PD.
Came out of nowhere. An alien kraken, bigger than a cyclops. Tore a hole clear through the reinforced hull. I barely got my breather in time. I told her. I said others would come. The rupture threw me clear of the habitat. And the monster turned and bore down on me. And just as its tentacles came within reach, Maida appeared out of nowhere. She had a sea glide in one hand,
Maximum depth
a
reached.
jagged piece of
Hull
scrap
damage
metal in the
imminent.
other. She meant to butcher that beast or die trying. The last I saw her, she had the metal lodged in its neck as the monster did its best to shake her, contorting off into the darkness. certain she got her wish, one way or another. Then I thought I saw a light deep below me. I hoped maybe Bart had swum clear. I followed it. Now I wonder whether I saw anything at all. Our oxygen is low. The habitat is gone. I can't see the sky. Something surely has the scent of my blood.
Wow. That was intense. So, sounds like things did not end well for, well, at least one member of the Degasi crew. Let me eat that Reginald while it's still fresh. But that was a little distressing there. It sounds like they encountered a Reaper.
Integrating new PDA data.
Please, stop fighting and listen. We're sick.
What?
How? You've been coughing, right? Feeling itchy? Blisters? Yeah.
The biometrics would have warned us if we were sick.
It's something new. It's not in the database.
Come on, then. What's it gonna do? Turn us inside out? Dissolve us into jelly?
It's an alien bacteria. It's everywhere. Every organism on this planet. It's altering our genetic code.
How are the creatures surviving if they're infected?
I don't know yet.
Want me to cut some of them open for you? Find out what makes them tick?
No.
Just tell me what you need, son. Materials, equipment.
Just... Can I have some quiet? I need some time to think.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, so a few things happened all at once there. We found a data box that gave us the swim charge fins that will recharge any tool you have holding in you're holding in your hand. This is a data box with a Cyclops shield generator in it.
New blueprint acquired.
A very useful upgrade for the Cyclops. Here is an alien containment tank.
New blueprint acquired.
Here's a PDA. As I play this, I'll continue exploring.
Integrating new PDA data.
I have had it with you, risking our lives.
Oh, stow it, Chief. The kid can't kill this disease without fish to study. I'm just bringing him home.
But tell her. Tell her I'm right.
You're both wrong. Marguerite, I can't find out how they resist the bacteria if you slaughter them all.
It ain't always they oblige in coming in alive.
He means you're being reckless.
Father, the outcome's no better if we hole up in here and don't go outside. But we have to find a middle way.
There is no compromise. Not while she's on my sea base.
Your sea base?
I'm going outside.
Bart, Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Bart, come in. It's dangerous. Damn it, boy. I know you can hear me.
Chief, get off the radio and put on your helmet.
What?
Brace!
Oh boy. All right. Well, these are great logs, so I definitely wanted to let you listen to those. But there's a lot going on down in this area too, so I wanted to come back here so I could talk about this stuff. Here is a creature egg. This is a cuttlefish. That could be our new pet. Here's an orange tablet.
New blueprint acquired.
Here is a microscope that is not functional. None of this stuff is functional, but it serves as decorations for your base. Here's another. I think we've got everything, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this up and play it.
Integrating new PDA data.
Margaret, Maida has boarded the habitat.
What are you so happy about, Maida?
Say, kid, I brought you something.
Is that a Leviathan outside?
Towed it home on the back of the sub.
You killed that thing?
It's still breathing.
She's such a
I
badass.
was about to finish the job, but I can stay and chat if you'd like. No? Then make yourself useful and pass me that hardened blade.
Are you out of your mind? You brought that thing here? What if it's not as dead as it looks? What if others come?
You prefer it got curious and came of its own accord, or got messed up and dragged here?
When we get off this planet, I am going to drag you through every court in the damn Federation.
Just
30 seconds.
let Maida be Maida. Come on. She's pretty badass.
Welcome warning. Maximum depth reached.
Ooh.
Hull damage imminent.
That crab squid pushed us down below 500 meters. All right. So, there we have it. We made it to the second Degasi base here at 500 meters depth in the Deep Grand Reef. We found all sorts of amazing stuff down there, including an alien containment tank, a cuttlefish, an orange tablet, and some other cool stuff. I'm looking for the way out of here now. I was going the right way before. I should have stepped. Oh, EMP shut us down. And we are down to 50% health. We're basically just looking for a way up now. All right. At this point, we should be able to just go straight up to the surface. But there you have it. We checked out the second proposed Degasi base. We got lots of good stuff. We got the alien containment tank blueprint. We can build one of those ourselves. We got a cuttlefish. We got that orange tablet. A lot of the other stuff in there we had already scanned. Like, well, just some of the stuff that we found out on the island. But we also found some research equipment, props that we can set up in our base, make it a little more homey. And, wait, it's dark. And a couple of data boxes that gave us the blueprints for the recharge fins. Recharge fins, as you swim with them, they will recharge anything that you're holding in your hand. That comes in mighty handy for, say, the Sea Glide. And we found a data box blueprint for something else. What was the other thing we got down there? Oh, the Cyclops sonar, or Cyclops shield upgrade. And now that we're back at base, let's just get the Seamoth parked. It needs a touch-up from the repair tool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But more importantly, we found a cuttlefish egg. So we are going to build an alien containment tank and put that cuttlefish egg inside and then hatch the cuttlefish egg, and then we will have a pet and we will play with him when he hatches. But for now, I think we got everything that we needed to get out of there. There's our cuttlefish egg. We picked up some equipment from in there that we can set up in our base. I think that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We checked out a wreck at lifepod 17. We checked out another small wreck near there. We checked out Second Officer Keen's lifepod 19, and found a marker for the Aurora Rendezvous on dry land, which is the floating island. We've already been out there. We then, using our upgraded Seamoth, we went down to the second proposed Degasi base after building our Moonpool and using the modification station to build the upgrades for that. So that'll do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're having fun, and we'll continue to do more Subnautica. For now, stay safe, stay dry.